Hello my awesome people, I hope you have a very nice day. Today we have two stories about love. First story. Title. My wife says she never loved me, what should I do? I recently stumbled upon a deeply unsettling truth when I overheard my wife telling her friend that she has never loved me. According to her, the decision to marry me was influenced by her pregnancy. She hoped that maybe, with the birth of our child, her feelings might evolve into love. However, that never came to pass. When her friend departed, I confronted her, and we delved into an emotional discussion where she reiterated her sentiments without hesitation. She confirmed that her feelings, or the lack thereof, have remained consistent over the years. She explained her rationale for marrying despite the absence of love, stating she preferred a partner who, even if not loved, would treat her with respect, care for her and the children, and contribute to a stable and functional household. She expressed that while she might not love me, she respects me immensely and values the life and family we have built together. This was a bitter pill to swallow, especially coming from the person I believed shared my feelings. I was taken aback and profoundly hurt by her candid admission. I asked her to elaborate on her views about our marriage, to which she responded that this marriage, rooted in respect but devoid of romantic love, was precisely what she had always wanted. Our relationship has been characterized by mutual respect. We respect each other's boundaries, collaborate on problems, and maintain a healthy family dynamic. She emphasized her commitment to our marriage and family, underscoring her fidelity and respect for the union and our children. Despite the respect and functionality of our marriage, the revelation that it lacked mutual love left me in a state of confusion and heartache. I expressed my need for some time to think things over, to which she responded supportively, assuring me that she was not going anywhere and was willing to work through whatever decision I might reach. As I reflect on our relationship, I am confronted with a paradox. On one hand, our marriage is indeed successful by many standards. We are good partners and parents, and our children are growing up in a nurturing environment. On the other hand, the emotional foundation of our partnership is unbalanced. I love her deeply, a sentiment that is sadly not reciprocated. The options before me are challenging. Marriage counseling might help us navigate our issues, but it's unlikely to change her feelings towards me. I am reluctant to consider divorce. I value our family unity and the life we have built. However, living with the knowledge that the love I give is not returned in kind is incredibly painful. In conclusion, my part of the marriage brims with love and respect, while hers is based solely on respect. This disparity has left me grappling with the future of a marriage that is both fulfilling and fundamentally lacking. How do I reconcile these conflicting realities? How do we move forward from here? These are the questions that weigh heavily on my mind as I contemplate the next steps in our shared life. Update. I apologize for the length of this post in advance, but I feel it's important to provide a detailed context to fully explain the complexities of our situation. After reflecting on the feedback from my initial post, I composed a list of critical questions to discuss with my wife, hoping to deepen our understanding of each other's feelings before possibly suggesting marriage counseling. I planned a weekend getaway for just the two of us at my grandparents' remote house, surrounded by nature, a setting my wife adores and perfect for uninterrupted, meaningful conversations. I was naturally anxious about the discussions ahead, especially concerning the potential hurtful truths that might surface. Upon leaving our children with my parents, we headed to the countryside. My wife was aware of the trip's purpose, which somewhat eased the process of broaching the difficult topics. Initially, I wanted us to relax and connect without immediately diving into heavy discussions. We spent time walking in the forest, tending to the garden, and capturing moments with our camera. In the evening, after a dinner I presented her with a bouquet of wildflowers and decided it was time to discuss what had been weighing on my mind. I expressed how hurt I felt after overhearing her conversation and wished she had approached me first before discussing our issues with others. She apologized and explained that her friend, who was experiencing marital turbulence, had inquired about the stability of our own marriage, which led to the unfortunate revelations. My wife admitted she had never truly felt in love with me, expecting that these feelings might develop over time, but they never did. Throughout our discussion, I asked several pointed questions. What emotions does she experience when she sees me? What are her thoughts about our future once our children are grown? Has she ever felt in love with someone else? How would she cope if something were to happen to me? She shared that she feels at home when she sees me comfortable and safe, albeit not passionately in love. She reassured me that our relationship would remain unchanged after our children grew up, emphasizing her commitment to our family. Regarding past attractions, she confessed to brief instances of attraction towards others, which dissipated quickly due to an inherent feeling that something was amiss, leading her to withdraw from those situations. She explained that her relationship with me began and continued because she felt a unique sense of safety and comfort with me, unlike with anyone else. Our conversation also touched on her previous relationship with an abusive ex-boyfriend, a subject she had seldom discussed before. It became evident that she still harbored emotional scars from that experience, which made me think that therapy could be beneficial for her to heal these old wounds. By the end of our trip, although we had cleared the air and answered some lingering questions, the emotional weight of our discussions left me feeling quite somber. It was a necessary but challenging step towards understanding and possibly healing our relationship. I hope that with time and possibly professional help, we can continue to build on our foundation of trust and mutual respect, even if the path may be complex and fraught with emotional challenges. Second story. My girlfriend of 12 years rejected my proposal. What should I do next? My girlfriend and I began dating 12 years ago when she was 20 and I was 22. Over the years, even though we haven't moved in together, I've spent a significant amount of time at her apartment, practically living there. Early in our relationship, she brought up the idea of marriage, but then she stopped mentioning it. Recently, I decided to propose. I prepared a romantic dinner and presented her with a ring, hoping to move our relationship forward. However, she declined the proposal, expressing a preference to keep our relationship as it currently is without marriage. Now, as I approach 35, I find myself at a crossroads. I envisioned marrying her, living together, and starting a family. But her refusal has left me uncertain about her long-term intentions and whether our aspirations align. It's a painful situation because I deeply love her, yet I'm unsure if continuing the relationship is the right choice if our goals are so different. How should I address this sensitive issue with her? What's the best way to discuss our differing views on marriage and our future, considering the current state of our relationship? Update. Last night, I had a long and somewhat uncomfortable conversation with my girlfriend. She explained that early in our relationship, she had been eager to get married. Her initial mention of marriage wasn't about expecting an immediate proposal, but rather about discussing our future together. However, when she brought it up, I told her it wasn't the right time. She patiently waited, but by the time she was 28, she had come to the realization that a proposal might never come. She told me that she no longer desires marriage or to live together. She values her independence and her personal space, which is maintained even though I spend a lot of time at her apartment. It remains distinctly her space. As for children, she is open to the idea but on a unique term. Even after having a child, we would not live together. Our arrangement would resemble a sort of joint custody where we function as a family during outings and remain a couple, but without cohabitating. She also mentioned needing 6 months to a year to detoxify from her contraceptive before considering pregnancy, and plans to consult her gynecologist about it. These conditions are her terms for continuing our relationship. She made it clear that I am free to either accept this future or end the relationship to pursue what I desire. This leaves me in a difficult position, filled with regret for not proposing sooner, especially considering she spent 12 years accommodating my preferences. Now, I'm truly uncertain about how to proceed.